Just a couple of days ago, I bought a original Google Pixel, the standard sized one, on eBay, because I thought I'd quite like to do some more development work again, and now that the Google Pixel is being upgraded to Android Q, I thought it would be the ideal candidate for the job. I use a Pixel 3 XL as my daily driver, and I thought the two would, go alongside one another quite well. I paid a decent price for the phone, not too much, not too little, and I thought, to be honest, it was going to have some issues. I knew it had screen burn because that was already listed in the description, but what I didn't know is that the microphone and the speaker both didn't work on it. Now, I could have gone down the simple route and I could have just got in touch with the seller and said, hey, the phone doesn't work, I want a refund, but I thought I would try getting in touch with Google through their warranty claims department. Now, as it turns out, my phone actually has a few days of warranty time left on it, so it's the 20th of March at the moment, and my phone's warranty expires on the 23rd of March, so I was lucky in that sense. So what I thought I would do in this little video is kind of document the process of getting my phone repaired under warranty. Now, it's one of those weird little instances where a lot of people don't know that your warranty actually does carry over if you buy a phone second-hand. The phone's warranty is linked to the IMEI number that is registered on it. So even if you buy a phone second-hand on eBay or Swapper or something like that, your warranty will carry over. It's just there's a lot of misinformation out there about various warranties and whatnot for various devices, but on the Pixels at least, the warranty does carry over. I wanted to drop in mid-edit just to explain. So the way the warranty works, to be completely precise, it is linked to your IMEI number, but it's also linked to the registered ID on the phone. So if you buy a phone on eBay and the phone's been reset to factory settings, as it should be, once you sign in to your Google account on that phone, your warranty becomes registered to you and it is transferred from the previous owner. Up until the original Google Pixel, this worked slightly differently. You had to go through a warranty signing form on Google's website, but with anything Pixel and above, that is no longer necessary. So it is the next morning. I've just been to drop off my original Pixel at the UPS drop-off point. The way that it actually turns out it works is you get in touch with Google through their warranty department. I might actually leave a link to that in the description. You can either do it through your phone settings. There's a little toggle right at the bottom. If you own a Pixel, you can go through there. Or you can do it directly on the website. So I opted to go through the phone directly because it sends some diagnostics information through and it just makes the whole thing easier. They'll run through a couple of things with you which are more often than not just a bit irritating. So they'll say, have you tried it in safe mode? Are you up to date? Try doing a factory reset. I managed to bypass most of that, thankfully, because I just sort of said, look, I've done everything. I know what I'm doing with this. So if you're fairly confident that you've done everything and tried every possible route, then I would do that as well. And once that happens, they will escalate your claim. They'll give you two options. They'll either give you a standard RMA, which means you send your device to Google directly, and they'll do a swap there. Once your device arrives at Google, they will send out the new device to you. Or otherwise, if you bought directly from Google, you can do what's called an advanced RMA, where they send you a new device. Once the new device arrives at your property, you can then send your old device away. I didn't have that option. My phone happened to be locked to EE, so I had to send my device to Google, which I've just done. They send you through a prepaid UPS, in the UK anyway, prepaid UPS ticket thing. Just a printout, and you just post it off. I've just been to drop it off, no problems there. So they've given me 5 to 15 days, although the other guy said 5 to 10 days as a turnaround time. I think the sooner your phone gets there, the better. To be honest, it looks like my phone is going to Poland, which is a bit weird because I didn't realise Google had anything in Poland, but hey-ho, we'll hope it gets there. And I'll have to keep you posted as to what else happens. What I can say at this point is that Google have been super helpful over the chat function. I wanted to see whether I could also get EE to do a swap on the phone, because EE are generally a little bit quicker at doing that sort of thing, but as is typical from any network provider, they said, oh, nah, sod it, we can't do anything. So directly through Google it is. I will keep you posted, and we'll have to see exactly what we come up with in 5 to 15 days' time. The other thing that I wanted to comment on quickly was that whilst I was talking to the Google reps, what one of them actually mentioned was that because Google have acknowledged that there is a fault with the microphone and the speaker assembly, that even if your device is, briefly outside the warranty period, they will honour a replacement device because they've acknowledged the fault. So if you've got a device that is kind of, a few months outside its warranty window, I would still try it. I would try and get a replacement just to see if they can do anything about it. So it is Monday morning, Monday the 25th. We are 5-ish days into the returns process. Thus far, communication has actually been pretty decent. They've done a pretty good job, really, of staying in touch with me through various things. But what I'm going to do this morning, as you can see, is I'm actually going to send them a message manually to try and follow up on the case. The phone has been delivered to the drop-off, or to their Polish sort of drop-off location, whatever that is. So hopefully they ought to send out a replacement pretty soon. I'm number 2 in the queue. So we'll see how we get on with that. But yeah, fingers crossed we get somewhere and the Pixel is back before all too long. It's worth noting at this point that I fully expect the outcome of this conversation that I'm just having with this chat representative to be, sorry, I can't really help you out. I don't actually know what sort of time frame we've got for the device, because I assume they all work in pretty different departments and they haven't really got access to information from one department in another department. But we'll have to see. At the moment, she has thanked me for my help with the RMA and Case ID, standard sort of chat stuff. But we'll see how the whole thing develops and go from there. That's funny. It's a tiny little flat box. That's interesting, because they definitely didn't ship in these. It's the same phone that I sent off. Gonna have to blur out the IMEI number on there. There we go. Release it. Bloody hell. That might as well be brand new for as used as that looks. Unbelievable. The best part of this, of course, is that I spent next to nothing on the phone, and the seller that I bought it from has agreed to refund me for the device. There's not even a mark on it. Oh my god, this is... There genuinely is not a mark on it. It's absolutely pristine. We'll fire it up quickly. There's no burn-in. There's absolutely no burn-in. It's a fucking brand new Pixel. I will take that. So, finally, it is conclusion time for the little Pixel saga, as I've chosen to call it. So, my phone is back, as you saw in the last clip, or rather, my new phone is here, and I am absolutely astounded. Like you saw in the last clip, it is a brand new phone. I mean, Google say they are refurb units, but to be honest, I find this hard to believe that this has ever been touched by another human hand. I must admit, I don't know precisely what Google's refurb process is like. For example, I don't know whether the internals perhaps are refurb parts. The battery certainly seems to be holding up just fine, so I doubt that that's been used before. But the casing really is brand new. It just does not have a mark on it at all. The other thing that I wanted to briefly touch on is just my experience with the entire sort of, talking to chat people and whatnot. That too has genuinely been very, very good as an experience. The last person that I spoke to, as you saw in one of the earlier clips, the last person that I spoke to sort of follow up on my order really wasn't particularly helpful. I think I'd caught them early on their shift and they were still sort of getting into the swing of things. But the other experiences that I've had with their colleagues have been absolutely fantastic. Genuinely a credit to Google. The employees that I spoke to were just so motivated, so willing to help, and I think that really stands for what Google are offering here as a warranty service, so I'm really impressed with that. I think I'm going to make a separate video on the issue of having a, well, 2016 phone in 2019. Like I've said at numerous points throughout this video, this isn't my main phone. I have a 3XL that I use on a daily basis, and this phone is a sort of MP3 player slash GPS slash, well, development phone really is what it comes down to for me. It's things to sort of, I'll install the Android Q beta on it, for example, and try out lots of different custom firmwares and that sort of thing. Basically just to do what I used to do a couple of years ago, because I really miss doing that now that I have more expensive phones again. As a secondary device, absolutely fine. As a primary device even, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's still usable. I do want to make a video following up on using the original Pixel in 2019. But I've got to admit, I'm really impressed by the speed of it. If you can get a device that's been looked after, which is easier said than done because a lot of them have been used and abused. Now, when you scroll through the eBay listings, a lot of them will say microphone speaker don't work, like on my particular unit, or the battery doesn't last anymore. My unit actually also had a pretty shite battery, to be honest. Or otherwise you've got damaged displays, and the thing with an OLED display is that they are notoriously expensive to fix. But if you can get one that's still got a little bit of warranty time left on it, and I'll be honest, your time is running out now to get a phone that's still got a warranty period attached to it, but if you can get hold of one, like I was lucky enough to do with mine, send it away, get it replaced with a brand new refurb example, and you've got a phone where I would honestly say there's no reason why it can't last for another couple of years. And even if your phone doesn't have a warranty left, one of the nice things that I discovered throughout this process from one of the chat colleagues, Daniel, I think he was called, or something like that, he said that because Google are acknowledging that there is a hardware fault with the speaker and the microphone assembly, if your phone is only just outside its warranty period, get in touch with them, give them your IMEI number, and they will consider a replacement for you, which is genuinely really, really good. So if you have got a phone that's lying in a drawer that maybe you're thinking, I still want to use it as a secondary device or something like that, but the microphone and the speaker have gone, or say you look at one on eBay and the speaker and the microphone assembly have failed, consider buying it. Absolutely do. If you can get a good price on it, there's no reason why you shouldn't consider it, and then try and send it away to Google and see what they can do, because I'm genuinely really impressed with this, and this phone I will continue to keep now, you know, for at least a good year maybe. But I think, to be honest, that is more or less all I have to say on the matter, really. It's been a good experience, it's been a bit of a learning experience as well, but ultimately what this is about is not chucking it away, not just buying a phone and after 2 years saying, I'm done with that, that's ripe for the scrap heap. There's decent ways to keep older phones running, so if you're short on cash and you don't necessarily want to have the latest phone all the time, there's no reason why you can't buy an older phone like this Google Pixel and keep it running. I'm really impressed, and I think everyone else will be that owns one of these. So all that brings me down to is to thank you very much for watching this video and for following along. If you've got any other questions about the warranty process, because I know there are some things I haven't covered in this video, by all means drop a comment down below and I'll try and get back to you as much as I can. If you've got any other interesting stories about warranty claims with Pixels, I'd be interested to hear your outcomes as well, because I think there's a lot of misinformation that goes around about how poor Google's warranty system is, because genuinely I've been really impressed by just how good it's been. But yeah, that's all for the moment, and I will see you in another video, maybe a Pixel One in 2019, something along those lines. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye.